What's up, guys? Kind of skipped a few steps. I've been kind of working on it off and on over the week. I got the front end back on. Still got some wiring to do for the alternator. I just threw it together. I went and got some fuel line. For now, this is sketchy as hell, so I'm probably gonna fix this. I just cut the single cam ends off the line and bolted it up, and then got some universal hose and moved it over to my filter here. I gotta put the battery tray back in. What was I gonna say? I plan on relocating that to the trunk because the fuel filter is gonna have to go down more because of where it was stock. It was hitting the throttle position sensor, so I couldn't get the throttle body back on. I took the throttle body off. I found an S2000 one, bolted it on. I do need to take the manifold off and port it because it actually is bigger than the manifold. The distributor, this is a what's it called, F22 OBD1. The cap is a B series cap. All the internals is B series. I think like an LS. I don't know. I had a bunch of B series ones just laying around, so I converted it to OBD2. I put all the guts in it, so now it plugs into my harness. I extended a few wires. I had to extend the starter wire, the trigger wire. The power wire makes it. These wires are just random wires I had laying around because I don't have anything for this thing. I believe these are the single cam Y8 ones. This one, I needed one more, so this is an H22. What else? Oh yeah, I made this bracket. So this is a stock single cam throttle cable. So it's bolted to the stock where the Accord one would fit, and then I just moved it over. I probably should have kept the Accord cable, but I'm a dumbass and I didn't take it out of the car before I scrapped it. Nor did I keep the brackets. I didn't really think about it. This vacuum line here is the stock one. All I had to do was loosen it and rotate it, and now it reaches. What else? I mean, everything's hooked up for now. I still got to do this temperature sensor because it's in a different location. I got to extend that one. Other than that, pretty much everything plugged in and reaches. I mean, it doesn't look very pretty underneath. I mean, I'm going to redo it eventually. I'm planning on getting like another harness and actually like stripping it down and like redoing it, maybe. I don't know. But it runs. It actually does run. I wish I got the first start up, but I didn't think it would start, so I didn't want to waste a video and be like, oh, hear me cranking this car like an idiot. So, battery's hooked up. She fires right up, like it's meant to be. It's got no O2 sensor hooked up. I have some random ECU I plugged in. It's a GSR computer I had laying around. It's OBD2. So, the auto air control valve, I blocked it off for now. The EGR is just sitting there. It's not hooked up. I'm planning on blocking that off, obviously. But she runs. Loud as piss. But I mean, I'm getting somewhere. I mean, it fires right up, so I feel like, yeah, I had to turn the idle up because I don't have an idle air control valve. I found a company that makes an adapter plate to adapt an H series to this weird ass F series, or F23. It's like a 3-wire instead of a 2-wire, whatever. But they make an adapter plate for it, so I'm gonna get the adapter and a block off for the EGR. But yeah, so this sensor's not hooked up. This is like the air temperature sensor. I mean, I guess I could extend my wires and move it around, but I'm just gonna leave the stock one. I'm just gonna put it in the intake when I make it. So, but yeah, all these hoses. These are the stock single cam hoses actually off the Y8. I cut them. I had to shorten this one and kind of rotate it. It fits good enough. The lower is a little sketch, but it does reach. I'm kind of worried it's gonna rub against the shifter when I put the shifter in. Same thing with this harness. I'm gonna have to like move it up or something. I don't know. But other than that, I still gotta make a ground wire. This is not correct. This is like all the way stretched out, and it's going to where the headlight would bolt in. So I need to make ground wires for it. I believe I needed 2. It actually runs with just this one, surprisingly. I think there's one that comes off the transmission. I still got to put the headlight harness back in it. But yeah, it's coming together. I mean, I'm fucking shocked this thing fired right up. It's like it's meant to be. It's insane. So, I'm gonna redo this fuel line. I just did this because I wanted to see if it would start. And they make like an AN kit for it to do like a tucked fuel line, which I think will be perfect for this application. The fuel filter, I'm thinking I can maybe just get a smaller like one and like delete it, remove it, not delete the fuel filter, but like move it to a different location. But I really need it on that side of the car, not this side. Because the F and H, they both feed on this side unless I get an aftermarket fuel rail, but I don't think anybody makes an aftermarket fuel rail for this one, so. But yeah, it runs. I'm shocked. I mean, it runs kind of poopy because it has no O2 sensors in the wrong computer, but I mean, it does sound pretty solid though, I'll give it that. I still gotta find a belt. Oh, and this thing, I fucked up on this. I can't find the bracket that came off this motor. So this is the H22 bracket, but the H22, I believe this bolts to the head, I believe, or something. I think it bolts somewhere differently. So unfortunately, I have nowhere to bolt it to. So I think I'm just gonna zip tie it down or something. I mean, I had it running and it doesn't seem to be pissing oil out of it like I thought it does. And plus the hood hits it anyway, so I feel like the hood probably will hold it down. Which sounds ignorant as hell, but whatever. Oh, I finally got the correct bracket for the back. It's an H22. The guy cut it. There's an RBC manifold on his H22, and he said it rubbed, but I never heard of somebody doing that, but I got it for stupid cheap and it was local, so I wasn't complaining. I was going to buy a brand new Honda one, but they're actually discontinued, so. So I'm going to keep on keeping on working on this pile of shit. Hopefully we'll be running soon. I mean, like, running and driving. I mean, I still got a long way to go to get it where I wanted to get it. But, like, I still got to make a panel for my roof because I don't have a sunroof anymore. Deleted that. And, yeah. And I still got to do a shift box, run the cables, figure that out. Get some axles. I mean, it's just a bunch of, like, little bullshit I got to do. But it sounds healthy as fuck, I'll give it that. For being so janky and half the shit not hooked up, I'm surprised this thing runs. Oh, and the S2000 throttle body, it doesn't have the fast idle in it. It just loops it. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to turn the idle up a little bit. Or maybe when the auto air control valve issue gets fixed, it should work. I loop the heater core line from here to the back of the engine. Just got a big hose and looped it because I don't have a heater core in this car. So, but yeah, it runs. I'm surprised. It actually runs pretty good for being kind of thrown together with junkyard parts. And oh yeah, this header. I don't think I mentioned this header last video. I found this header at work. We used to sell these aftermarket headers. They gave it to me, and it's for an Accord. I don't know what year. I believe it's like a 95, I think, and up. I don't know. It's a Bosel, and it's got like, what's it called? That coating on it. The ceramic coating, which is pretty sick. And it's got like this weird little heat shield. But it has like a 2-bolt flange. And the O2 sensor is like in the perfect spot, so. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I need to get an O2 sensor because the one that came out of this car is all fucked up because the car was in an accident. That's the whole reason the core support's different. It's all bent to shit, so I can't reuse it. I'm really interested in when I put my wheels back on how much ground clearance I have with the oil pan. Because I wasn't really thinking about it, but it does kind of hang, but I don't think it'll be that bad. So yeah. But yeah, I still gotta put the harness back in for the headlights. Oh yeah, and the fan. I ran into an issue with the fan. It hits the slave cylinder, so I need to get me like a slim fan. Because the stock fan does not fit. I was really hoping it would, but it doesn't. So I need to find me like a little baby fan. I mean, I plan on getting an aluminum radiator anyways, because this radiator is a little janky. And yeah. And do some body work maybe. It's gonna give me a little sleeper. I'll fuck with this though. That motor just looks so tough in there. But yeah, I just want to make just a quick little video. I noticed my last video, the fucking screen was like way too small. I don't know why. I think something wrong with my editing software. So I need to figure that out. So I didn't realize that until after I uploaded it. It kind of looked kind of shit. But hopefully this one looks better. I think I got my settings correct on my phone now. And yeah, I was a little worried about this time about like rubbing against the bracket because it's like stupid close. So I might have to take this off and grind that down a little bit. But I don't know. I think that's how they're supposed to be. I have no idea. But the clearance is good. The alternator isn't like really hitting anything. I mean, I guess if I had AC, I'd have a problem, but I don't. So, but yeah. So I'm just gonna end this video here. Make sure you subscribe, and I'm gonna continue working on this, and hopefully this thing will be on the road the next couple months. Cause I'm trying to get it ready for the spring, so I can go to the track and have some fun. And yeah, maybe do some street pulls. If I can get this thing registered again. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one.